I want you to treat me as a pupil at the beginner stage.
Goodness.
I've had one lesson, which was last week.
Yep.
Which was the controls lesson.
Yep.
Yeah, today my instructor can't make it, but he has got the same car as you, so I had a controls lesson in the car just like this.
Right.
He said he was going to teach me how to move off the stop. And he was also going to explain the mirrors. I didn't quite understand what he was going on about last week,
Okay.
yeah? So just at a roll, what we're looking for on the way to site is you to tell me what mirrors you're checking,
Yep.
why you're checking them, and the dangers of not checking them, yeah?
Okay.
Now that's not only mirrors for turning left and right, it's mirrors for slowing down,
Yep.
speeding up,
Yep.
mirrors for near road, going in and around parked cars.
Yep.
So if you get the explanation in quite early, then before we get to site, you should be able to check what information I've taken on board.
Yep.
Like we're going to take the next turning to the right, Tony. What mirrors do you think I'm going to check?
Yep.
And why?
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense?
Yep.
So I'll direct you to the site. Because you're driving, Tristan, there's no need to repeat the instructions back to me because it doesn't make sense when you're driving there.
Yeah. Okay.
Any questions on that?
No.
Yeah?
No.
Yeah. So it's moving up and stopping,
Yeah.
and
Mirrors.
you're going to explain the use of mirrors, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah? So I had one lesson last week, which was a controls lesson. Might be an idea just to find out how far I got with the controls lesson.
Yeah.
So if you're happy with that, I'll hand over to you.
Okay. Morning, Tony. My name's Tristan.
Morning, Tristan. Are you alright?
Yeah. I'm covering for your instructor who's obviously off today, doing something else. I believe you had a controls lesson last week.
I did, yeah.
So today's lesson is going to be moving off and stopping, and it's going to be about the mirrors as we drive to where we're going to do our moving off and stopping.
Yeah.
What did you cover with your mirrors last week? Can you remember?
It's just setting them up.
Setting them up. Okay, there'll be 3 mirrors you'll be using and I'll be using as we're driving off. You can ignore them two, they're for my use as, during the lesson. Okay. This main one is a middle mirror. Can you remember what that one was for?
Oh, I think you said it was a true picture or something.
Yeah, it's a true picture, and what I'll be using it for as well is just to judge, see if there's traffic behind me before we move off, or as we're coming to stop, see if it's a safe place.
Yeah, he explained most of this, but it just went in one ear and out the other.
Okay, well that's what I'll be using that for,
Right.
and you'll be using that for as well. And also to monitor distance and of cars behind you, so you know how to judge an appropriate speed as well.
If you explain it on the move, I'll probably get it.
Okay. Alright, I'll set off shortly, and obviously the the door mirrors I'll be using as well as we.
No, there's nothing obvious to me, believe me.
Okay. Well, I'll just explain that there's 2 door mirrors which I'll also be using, just so I can see what's going to my left and right. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to set yourself up and put your seatbelt on,
Right, yeah.
remember that, can't you, from your lesson last week? Did you enjoy your lesson last week?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so if you pay attention to where I'm looking as we're driving,
Right.
because I'll be looking in mirrors, which you'll be doing as well, to ensure it's safe as we're driving along. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just, we're going to move off and drive to the side.
Yeah, I made a
I'm
bit
just going to have
I made a bit of a boo-boo last week as he's moving out.
Wow, what did you do?
I stretched my feet out, I didn't know about them pedals down there.
Alright, so don't forget not to touch them pedals, yeah? Them pedals are for my use when I'm sat there driving.
Yeah, it's just out of roll. A nice question would be, do you remember about them pedals last week?
Okay.
I probably would have given you the right answer, yeah?
Okay, do you remember about them pedals last week, what before?
Yeah, I do know, yeah.
Yeah? For me, they're a brake and clutch for my use when I'm sat in your seat. Okay. So, what I'm going to do first, check behind me, make sure there's nothing behind me, it's all clear, so, and then I'm going to check in the left door mirror, yeah? There's nothing coming up on the side, no cyclists going past. And on my right door mirror, there's nothing coming up to the right. I'm just going to take a quick glance and look over my right shoulder, because you remember there's that blind spot? Yeah?
He mentioned something about it, yeah.
Yeah, there's a blind spot, not sure nobody's there, and obviously on your left there's nobody in that blind spot. I'm going to hit signal right, because that car's stopping there just on the left hand side, yeah? It's reversing, indicates going back, so I'm going to be free to move. So I'm just going to indicate, just so they're aware what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to get to the biting point, which we're doing shortly, and move off. Okay, take another look at my right mirror. And what am I looking in my right mirror for?
I don't know.
Don't know. I'm going to look in my right mirror to make sure there's nobody overtaking me on my left. So I'm going to turn left here, quick glance in my middle mirror if you want to look at me, Tony,
Yeah.
to see where I'm looking. Middle mirror. And I'm going to check my left mirror as well, which I've just checked. And I'm checking that left mirror to make sure there's no cyclists coming on the inside, so I don't hit them if I'm turning out, okay? So I'm going to assume I'm going to take a right turn here. Oops.
Is that an emergency stop?
Yes, kind of. Right. Checking my right mirror, nobody overtaking me on the right, so I can safe for me to turn right. Now I'm going into the new road now. I'm going to check my middle mirror to make sure nobody, well, if there's any cars behind me. Okay.
Just your middle mirror, yeah?
Just my middle mirror and my right mirror to make sure there's nobody coming over on the right.
Oh, right mirror as well?
Yeah.
What's that one for?
That's to make sure nobody's trying to overtake me or anything. I've just checked my left mirror then as well, just to make sure, as I pulled in slightly there, nobody was coming on my left hand side. It's all clear to go.
Nobody would overtake it on here, would they?
You'll be surprised, Tony. You've always got to be prepared, you know what I mean?
If I was at my moped, I'd open my accelerator and stop them overtaking.
Okay, what would happen if you did that?
Yeah, they wouldn't get past me.
Don't get past. Sometimes I could get frustrated and you know, start playing silly games with you whilst you're driving. It's quite dangerous. Could get hit. Could have an accident.
And we're going to turn left.
Okay, I'm going to turn left at this end of this giveaway sign here. Tony. What mirror do you think I'm going to check?
Left.
Yeah. And what other mirror would I have checked before that?
Oh, it's left first and then the middle, isn't it?
No, it's the middle mirror first. Check for cars behind me for distance and speed behind me. Then I'll check my left mirror to make sure nobody's cyclists trying to come up on my left hand side.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think could happen if I had to check my left mirror and there's a cyclist there?
The cyclist would stop for you, wouldn't he?
You'd hope so, but there's occasions where that would not happen. So,
Right in the lights.
you know, you could collide with them, couldn't you?
No, that's what I said.
Yeah. I'm going to turn right here now, Tony, at these lights. What mirror am I checking first?
Right one.
I'm going to check my middle mirror first, Tony. Always check that one first, okay? Then I'll check my right mirror for anybody overtaking me, yeah?
What did you say you do if somebody's overtaking you?
Oh, well, I'd stop and let them pass,
Oh, right.
just so it's safe, yeah?
No.
Okay, now I've come into this road, I'm now going to check my middle mirror. That just gives me a clear, true picture of what's going on behind me.
Just the middle mirror, yeah.
Now I'm coming to the new road, yes, I'll check my middle mirror first, and I'll look at my right mirror to make sure nobody's trying to overtake me, so I can adjust my speed appropriately, just so it's safe for everybody else, and us of course. Okay, some parked cars here. I might have to come out a bit, yeah, into the road, so I'm going to check my right mirror to make sure there's no cars or motorbikes trying to overtake me there, yeah?
Oh, I thought you said it's the middle mirror first.
Middle mirror first and check my right mirror, yeah? Right, so another parked car, I'm going to check my middle mirror, see what's going on behind me, and check my right mirror before I pull out, just to make sure there's no motorbikes or anything like that trying to overtake me, okay? And if there was, I'd obviously slow down, let them pass so it's safe.
And turning right.
And I'm taking my next right. So what mirror I'm going to check, Tony, first?
Middle and right.
Yeah, that's good.
Is that before you indicate, yeah?
I'll check my middle mirror first before I indicate, and then I indicate, and then I'll check my right mirror. Okay, now I've got into a new road, I'm going to check my middle mirror, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And that's just to see what traffic's behind me, so I can adjust my speed accordingly. Okay. So tell me again, Tony, which mirror, if I was going to turn left, what mirror would I be checking?
Turning left.
If I was going to be turning left, what mirrors?
Middle and left.
Middle and left, yeah. And what am I checking my middle mirror for?
See what's behind you.
Yeah, that's good.
And turning left here.
And turn left here. What are we checking my left mirror for?
Oh, then bicycles, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Let's get around this corner. Now come around this corner, what am I checking? Which mirror I'm going to be checking now?
Oh, middle and right. And,
Yeah, and what am I going to be checking that for?
presume to see what's following you and see if they're overtaking you. I'm trying to remember now. What would you do if they're overtaking you? Oh, you'd let them go, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's good.
And we're going to turn left.
Turn left. Tell me again, what mirrors am I checking?
Middle left.
Yeah, that's good. There's a parked car here.
We're just going to stop on the left here. Just make sure you don't block a drive.
Okay. Now I didn't have time there, Tony, to explain to you, but as I pull it in, what mirrors would I check then? Because I pulled into the
I'm not
left.
too sure.
Right, because I'm pulling into the left, I'd obviously check my middle mirror, yeah?
Yeah.
And I'd also check my left mirror to make sure there's no cyclist once again.
Yeah.
Trying to undertake me, and obviously I don't want to collide with them. Okay. The other thing I did then is obviously make sure it's a safe, convenient place to park as well, which we'll be doing shortly in our moving off lesson. Because you don't want to be blocking people's driveways as you see as he was driving off.
No.
Okay. So what we're going to do now is moving off and stopping.
Yeah.
All right. When we moving off, we're going to follow a routine called a POM routine. Okay.
We're going to do it from this side.
No, you can do it from this side.
Oh, right.
Do you want to swap over now then?
It's up to you.
Yeah, we'll swap over now. Okay. Switch the car off. Okay. You remember how to undo your seatbelt from last week?
Hang on to this, haven't I?
You got to hang on to that.
Yeah.
And what else did you have to check before you got out of the car?
I just got the seatbelt on first.
You got the seatbelt off?
I have to check around me.
Yeah, check around you, up and down the pavement. Is there anybody coming?
Hold the handle with this hand, don't I?
Yeah, that's good.
Is it this hand or that hand?
As long as it's open safely and secure. It's not windy outside, so you'd be safe to do it with your left hand. Yeah, hold it with your left hand.
I'm sure you said last week, hold it with this hand.
Okay, and then grab hold of the lever with that hand.
Yeah.
Is it clear? Nobody's coming.
I have to check on that.
Yeah, check again.
Yeah.
Right, open the door. Don't forget to close it after yourself.
All right.
And then, if you want to get into this seat, and don't alter any controls at that point. All right.
Thanks. If you're around the other side, I'll just set that camera up just so it's in line with that seat.
I have a lot of room in there after me driving. Okay, Tony, so you remember from last week you set yourself up?
Oh, I did, yes.
Yeah, can you remember how to do that?
Yeah, I did a D, H, 3 S's and M.
Yeah. So the D's for...
Door.
Yeah.
Give it a rattle. Can you give yours a rattle?
Yeah, give mine a rattle. That's all secure.
Oh, I've got to check the handbrakes up.
Yeah.
I'm moving around. Seat.
Yeah.
Let's have a pen to my knee. Check the backrest. Feels alright.
Yeah.
Headrest. Oh, headrest.
Restraint. Yeah. Correct.
Oh, seatbelts.
What were we checking for in the seatbelt?
That it's not frayed.
Yeah.
It's not twisted.
Brilliant.
Let's check yours as well.
Yeah.
I think yours is a bit twisted actually.
Oh yes, sorry. Okay.
Mirrors.
Mirrors. So which position did we do that from? Mirrors.
This position.
Yeah, we sat down as a normal driving position. That's good. So who's responsible in the car for all the seat belts? For people wearing them?
If they're under 14, I am.
Yeah.
If they're over 14, morally I am.
Yeah. If they don't want to, what could happen if they didn't wear the seat belts?
Time's a bus stop down the road.
Yeah, excellent, well done.
Yeah, right, chill. Just move that back a little bit. That's better.
Is that better?
Yes.
So what can you see in your you comfortable there, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what can you see in your rear view mirror?
I can square the whole back window.
Okay. So if you're sat back down in your normal driving position, now what can you see?
Can't see as much.
Okay. So do you want to adjust it so
I thought I adjusted it right to begin with.
you were leaning forward when you
No, I thought I adjusted it right when I set it up.
Oh, well, obviously you've leant forward there, yeah?
Yeah.
And adjusted it while you're leaning forward. So when you go back,
No,
when you
I was
normally...
sitting here and I adjusted it.
Okay, so sit back and how you normally drive. Now what can you see out the rear view mirror?
Let's see. Still on the feedback.
So you want to keep your left foot down on the clutch, depress it.
Yeah, I got that.
You got that?
Does it make a difference when you move the seat? What you can see in the mirrors?
Yes, it does. So every time you move the seat or change something in your driving position, you need to check your mirrors are always adjusted, because it's always going to change, because you're going to be at a different angle to what you're looking at in the mirror.
Yeah, so watch me a bit closer, yeah?
Yeah.
What did I do after I set the mirrors up?
You messed with your seat.
I moved the seat, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, so what can you see in your rear view mirror?
Shall I just do all of them first?
Yeah, do all of them first and then we'll go through it.
I can square the whole back window. I can
Brilliant.
see a bit of my head restraint, and I see a bit of yours.
Okay, that's good. And in your left door mirror?
I can see the front door handle in the bottom of the mirror. I can see the silver car in the middle. I
Yeah.
can see the sky at the top.
Yep.
Door handle in the bottom left hand mirror. I can see that black car in the middle and a bit of sky at the top.
Yep, that's good. Okay, so let's talk about now we've covered what our setting up like you did on your controls lesson.
Yeah.
You happy with that? You feel comfortable?
Is that okay if you just open the window then?
Yes, sure, by all means, go for it. We'll go through moving off and stopping. Okay, so right, what we're going to do is it's called a POM routine to move off. Okay.
You get any pictures?
Yeah. That's me. What we've got to do is prepare the car to start off. That's what the first P is. Yeah. Right.
I'll be able to see that better from the back seat, wouldn't I? Oh, that's better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Right. And what we're doing is before we move off, we've got to prepare the car. So we've got to put our clutch down, yeah? Because what our clutch does on the left hand side, it engages like your accelerator of the engine. Okay. So we want to put the clutch down, and then we want to press on the accelerator pedal with your right foot, yeah? But and just depress it by a thickness about £1 coin each time, yeah? Just so it's like a lively hum, yeah? Another way to gauge it, to make sure you're in the right place, is you see on your clock here, this is if the needle goes between 1 and 2, somewhere around about there. That's another way to look at it as well, if you struggle with that lively hum. Okay. So once we've done that, we've got to lift up our clutch by a thickness of £1 coin each time, yeah, until...
How much?
Yeah, about that much.
Okay,
It's not... Just do it slowly, until you hear the sound of the engine change.
Can I bring it about a centimetre at a time?
You can do about a centimetre at a time, slowly, yeah. Until you hear the sound of the engine change, yeah. At that point, you've got to keep your feet still, keep them locked, okay.
Yeah.
And what that is called is the biting point, right?
Yeah.
The only thing at that point in time there that's stopping the car from moving is your handbrake if it's in first gear. You have to make sure it's in first gear as well. Okay. So we've got to the biting point, we've selected our first gear, and then what we've got to move on to, when we've locked our feet, is observations.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what them observations are you've got to make sure, check your interior mirror first.
Yeah.
To make sure there's nothing coming down the road behind you.
Yeah.
Because if there's a queue of cars coming down the road, you may as well wait a minute
Yeah.
until they've all passed, so it's safe to move off. Okay. Check that. If there's nothing coming, it's clear. Check our left mirror. Yeah. Our left door mirror. Make sure there's no cyclists, any pedestrians coming up and down. Yeah. And then we'll check our right door mirror to make sure there's nobody else coming down on the right hand side, like a motorbike coming out of the blue. All right. That point, what else do we do? Can you remember anything else I did when we set off today from the test centre?
You move a little bit first and then check the blind spot.
Negative. What we do first, we'll check. Look over to your right. Look over to your left. Make sure nobody in the blind spot quit. Then we look over to the right in the blind spot to make sure.
Do I have to look over my left shoulder before I move away from the curb?
Yeah.
Fred said last week that the 6-point check is not required when you park by the curb.
Well, you got to say, for example, as a pedestrian who's going to, I don't know, they could be on a bicycle. Or...
Yeah, I just come out of roll. Do you do a 6-point check when you're pulling away from the curb?
Never thought about it, to be honest. Probably not. No.
Well, I've just seen the driver. You don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an old wives' tale, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the nodding dog.
Okay. Yeah.
We're parked by the curb. I'm going to be moving forward and out.
Okay.
So you don't really want to be encouraging your pupils to be doing this. Because in the end, they're probably going to do so much of that they're going to start moving. And
so you miss off both blind spot checks?
sorry?
You miss off both blind spot checks, or just to the left?
To the left.
To the left, right, okay. We check our left mirror for any pedestrians going up and down the road there. Check our right door mirror, make sure there's nobody coming down the right, motorcycles. Once again, check our interior mirror, then we'll signal, then we'll move off, okay? When we're moving off, obviously we're going around the parked car first there, yeah? So, can you imagine the steering wheel as a clock face, yeah? So that's 12 o'clock, yeah, at the top. Bottom 6, 9, 3. And when we turn it, we want to turn it at 5-minute intervals, yeah? So remember those intervals in between, and turn it 5 minutes out, so we just pull out nicely. And then want to go 10 minutes back to me, yeah? And straighten up when we're straight on the road, okay? And then we'll continue down the road, and I'll direct you as to steering, or if you feel comfortable. Have you done driving before, like bumper cars or anything?
No, moped.
Moped, okay. Well, you want to be going in the direction as you would do on the road, as you would do in your moped, okay? And we'll do that with the steering wheel. So when we first start out, then we'll just obviously do the 5 minutes out, 10 minutes to me, and we'll straighten out, and then we'll just gently follow the curvature of the road. All right.
Just watch that word, obviously, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then we'll be coming on to stopping.
All right.
Okay, and then we've got another mnemonic which they use, which is MSPSL. All right.
That's a big word.
It is.
Would you say
Mnemonic.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I went to school.
Is it?
Right. So when we've identified we want to stop somewhere,
Yeah.
what we've got to do first is check our mirrors. Yeah, because it might be inappropriate for it to stop. There could be, for whatever reason.
So get this mirror here, yeah.
Yeah, so you want to check your interior mirror first, yeah?
Yeah.
Because we're pulling up on the left,
Yeah.
what do we want to check? Can't remember. So when I was pulling in left when I was driving up here, what mirror did I check?
Oh, did you check the left one?
Excellent, exactly, spot on. So we check left mirror, and what we're looking for there?
I think you said bicycle.
Bicycles, yeah, so bicycles, anything like that, so I don't want to hit them. Alright, then we're going to put a signal on, yeah?
Always signal, yeah?
You don't have to always signal. Say for example, it's a country road, there's nobody else about, who's going to benefit from that signal. Yeah, so that's what we put signals on to benefit.
So you mean consider a signal?
Yeah, consider a signal.
Right.
So say for example there's nobody about, there's no point in putting a signal, but you know in some circumstances might be just 10 metres before a junction, it's blind, you never know if someone's going to come around the corner, so it'd be worth it sometimes then. But main thing to bear in mind, if someone's going to benefit from it, put a signal on. Alright. Okay, and do you remember where your signal is on the car, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And down for left,
Right, yeah,
to the direction of where the wheels go in. Okay. And then what we want to do is adjust our speed. Okay. So signal, so get our position right. So we want to go over to, so probably want to steer into the left, so we want to go into the curb. Can you remember how far away from the curb we park? No. So where do you see the curb cutting into the car here? So if you want to sit back from your driving position, yeah? Yeah, so that's the position we want to end up by the curb, yeah, when we stop, yeah? So we've got to get our position, so we get to where it's cutting in and we want to stop, okay?
You want me to judge the cutting in bit myself?
I'll help you, but it might be, it's for you so you get experience of driving.
So how much steering do I do?
So, when you want to go into the curb, you don't want to hit the curb, you want to be about a drain's width from the curb, yeah? That's where you want to stop. And do 10 minutes to the left.
10 minutes?
Sorry, 5 minutes to the left.
Yeah.
So we go into the similar position, then 10 minutes to the right. Then when we straighten up and we're in this kind of position, we want to straighten the wheel, yeah? And then what I'm going to ask you to do is, when we're pulling in, I want you to do something called, well, I'll explain it now, covering the brake, okay? I'll mention that halfway through. You will be coming off the gas at some point, then cover the brake, then I want you to slow down. So when I say cover the brake, just hover your foot above the brake, okay? Yeah. Then when we're coming to stopping, slowing down, I want you to depress the brake by about thickness of a pound coin each time, yeah? As you can see there, that's like covering the brake, it's just over it. And then I want you to depress it down, okay, to slow down to come to a stop, okay? Just before you stop, I want you to lift the, slowly raise the, your foot off the brake until you do stop. Because remember when you're on a bus or something and you feel it jolt? Yeah. Yeah, that's because you're not lifting, the driver's not lifting the foot at the end, so it's nice and smooth when they stop, okay? That's that. And then the other thing we've got to do is ensure we're parked in the correct place. So one, we're not blocking anybody's drive, like say if we're 5 metres in front, we're blocking that person's drive. We shouldn't really be doing that because it's not convenient for the road users. Also to make sure it's safe, we're not blocking, we're not a mouth of a junction, yeah, where cars could come round and hit you. And also where there's no like zigzag lines, we're not allowed to stop on them either, or pedestrian crossings, or say within 10 metres of junction, alright, we're not allowed to stop in them kind of places, or where there's double yellow lines as well, other restricted areas. Once we stop, you've got to keep your foot on that brake. It's very important you do this and don't let go of it at that point in time, yeah? Then we've got to secure the car. So, your first thing you do, put your handbrake on, yeah? And then select neutral, then the car is secured then.
So shall I put the handbrake on and select neutral and then look around me to see if it's legal?
Yeah. What I did forget to mention then just then was as you come into a stop, just before you stop, or you'll feel the car rattle a bit, put the clutch down, because otherwise the car will stall. Okay.
Right.
Alright, so you feel happy with that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah? So, you got any questions for me?
No.
No. Alright then. So what we'll do, you set yourself up already, tell me what you can see in your mirrors. Okay, so you want to check that the car is in neutral first.
Are you going to start the engine?
Yeah, start the engine.
I've done that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to prepare the car first, Tony. So with our left foot,
yeah,
you want to depress the clutch, okay, all the way down. We're then going to select first gear. Okay. Now, what gear have you selected there, Tony?
First.
First. Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay. That's third gear, Tony. Okay. The reason I could tell is just obviously it's very central and at the top.
Is that
Okay.
important?
Yeah, it's very important because what would happen if you selected third and
I
tried
haven't
moving
got a
off?
clue. I haven't got any gears on my motorbike.
All right. If you selected third, because it's not as powerful as first gear, the car would stall when you move off, so you won't be going
No, I
anywhere.
don't stall.
Okay. So we
No,
always
I'll
start.
push over.
Yeah. So
Arm
push
yeah.
over. So
Yeah.
push over to the left-hand side at the top. All right.
Yeah.
So we're now in first. Okay. So now you've got your clutch down. I'm going to keep it down. So with your right foot, by a thickness of a pound coin, press the accelerator down.
Lively hum, you said.
Lively hum. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got a lively hum.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. So we prepare the car. Keep your feet locked as they are. All right. So now we're going to make our observations. Okay.
The car's all prepared now, is it?
Yep. First gear. You
Yeah. Foot down on the clutch.
foot down on the clutch, accelerator to a lively hum.
Yeah.
You're in good drive position.
And
got
foot
it,
down on the clutch, yeah?
yeah, and you got it in first gear. Okay. Now what we need to do, gently,
Did you
By
not
about-
say something about
your
point
clutch.
and driving point?
That's what I'm just going to now, Tony.
Alright.
Okay. So by about a centimetre each time, I want you to lift the clutch up. Okay. Until you get to the biting point and stop. You'll hear it because the engine is sound. There we go. Stop. Stop.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're right there.
Yeah.
Sound and the sound of the engine has changed there,
Yeah.
hasn't it? Yeah. Okay, that's called the biting
Yeah.
point before we move off. Okay. So now we're going to do our observation.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
What did I do wrong there?
Okay, what you did there was you lifted your clutch up. Yeah.
Oh, what should I have done?
You should have kept it at the biting point and not raised it anymore. Kept it locked. So sorry, my fault for not explaining it
Yeah,
properly.
I've never done this before.
Okay, so when we get to the biting point, just lock your feet and keep them still there. Okay, don't bring it up any further. All right. So set the gas. Slow back stop. Yeah. Keep your feet still. If you
Alright,
bring it up
yeah.
any further,
Yeah.
it'll just stall and it'll
Yeah.
jump forward like it
Yeah.
is. And don't use too much gas and just keep it as it is now, because when we move off, it'll shoot forwards, yeah, and you'll
Yeah.
end up hitting something.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've prepared the car. Now observations.
Alright.
Middle mirror, check there. Is anything coming?
Can't say anything.
Can't see anything. Good. Left door mirror. Anything? Any pedestrians or cyclists coming up or down?
No, can't see
No.
anybody.
Right door mirror.
What am I looking for?
What are you looking for? Any other cars coming down? Cyclists? Anything in the
Can't
distance?
see anything.
No. Nobody on the right hand side in your blind spot.
No.
Check your interior mirror again. Nobody coming. Interior mirror, Tony. Centre one. Nobody coming.
Blind spot's over there. Isn't it?
So your blind spot's there behind you. Is anybody else coming down now, Tony?
Where?
Sorry, from behind us.
No, that car's alright. He's
Okay. Nobody's moving. Right. In a second, we're gonna have to
So,
check.
that's the blind spot over there where that house is for sale, yeah? Or sold.
Negative. It's going to be behind you on your right hand side, Tony. Yeah. Remember that area where you couldn't see on your when you did your mirrors on
No,
your
I
control
can't
set?
remember.
Right. Okay. So house number 61. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nobody
Nobody
coming.
there.
Nobody there. Good. Right. So in a second we're in first gear. We're going to move off again. So quickly check your mirrors again. Make sure nobody's coming. Brilliant. Is it all
Yeah.
clear?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. It's safe to move off. So depress the let the handbrake go. Right. 5 minutes out to the right, Tony. Like I said.
Get that car.
Yeah, good. That's brilliant. 10 minutes to the left. Now straighten up. That's good.
My foot's really aching on that clutch.
You see, now slowly lift the clutch up. So it's my fault, Tony, and let go of it slowly.
Okay to keep it covered.
No, you should keep your foot to the side. Right, we're going to stop now. Pulling. Sorry, apologies, Tony.
That's right.
So you're going to start it up again. Start the car up again. Get to the biting point. Move off. It's all clear. Yeah.
Frightened me there.
Sorry, apologies. Right, carry on going slow, there's enough room for us here. Right, we're going to pull in just after the 20 mile an hour sign, okay? So remember what we went through?
No.
Mirrors, yeah? Check right mirror, left mirror, anybody on the left, yeah?
Which mirror?
Left door mirror as well. Check your middle mirror,
Right.
check your left door mirror. Anybody come in?
No.
No? Okay, so we'll pull in just after this blue car, yeah? Okay. So we've checked our mirrors. Our speed's about right.
Don't
Our
need to signal, do I?
Nobody's about, is there not?
Yeah.
Yes, there is. So
there is.
indicate left. So 10 minutes to me.
10 minutes.
Right, pull it right. Yeah, slow right down. Cover the brake. Before we start, clutch and brake. There we go. So we stop.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Step and roll, that's a lot of rubbish. Yeah. On the brief, once we get moving, it's distant memory, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not on purpose. But while you're sitting by the curb, it's quite easy for me to listen to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
When we're on the move,
It's a bit difficult.
that's what me to remember all of that, yeah? Yeah. Don't be banging out commands about check the mirrors. Before I come in, you want me to check the middle and left mirror, yeah?
Yeah.
When I check the middle mirror, ask me is there anybody there? When I check the left mirror, ask me is there anybody coming down the inside, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a car behind us there, wasn't
Yeah.
there? Yeah? There's no harm in actually getting me at this speed to pop the clutch down.
No.
It's going to help to control the car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, can you understand why I stopped back there?
Yeah, because I said we're going to stop after the car. I said stop. We're going to stop and.
Yeah, you've got to be careful what you say.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, my own fault. I should have like said we're going to stop after, instead of like saying I'm going to stop.
Yeah, obviously I over-exaggerated that for a reason.
Yeah.
You understand?
To be careful with my language when I'm.
A learner moving up and stopping for the very first time is going to be hanging on your every word, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Try again?
Yeah. Okay, so.
Right, I'll move it away here, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the next road on the left, but I'll take it on my own, yeah?
Alright.
And then you pull me up around the corner. I'll stop on my own, you can start again there.
Right, so we're going to move off again, like we just done once. So what we're going to do first is prepare the car, okay? So clutch all the way down, get it into first gear, that's correct.
That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah, you put it into first gear there, yeah. What's say for example you selected third gear instead, what would happen?
I stalled.
Exactly. So now we're in first gear.
Lively hum.
Yeah. Not too much gas.
Yeah, I've got
You got it set now, yeah? Okay, what would happen if you have too much gas?
Frighten the neighbours.
Yeah, that's one thing. Two, you could shoot forward when you move off, alright? Which you don't want to do.
What do you want me to do with my feet?
With your feet, I want you to, now with the clutch, I want you to slowly bring it up.
I have, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, what do you want me to do with them now?
I want you to keep them still.
Oh,
keep
right, lock them in place, yeah?
Lock them in place,
Yeah.
okay? At what we call the biting point. So now we've done that, we're going to do our observations, okay?
Which bit was that we done?
That's the prepare the car,
I'll
yeah?
prepare, yeah.
So that's part of the prepare
Yeah.
routine. So now we're going to do our observations.
Yeah.
So, middle mirror, anything come in?
No.
No. Left door mirror, anything come in?
No.
Or anybody going to affect us?
No.
Right door mirror, anybody come in?
No.
Okay, ready to move off. So, we're going to get a signal on. Which signal we're going to use?
Who am I signalling to?
Well, there's cars coming towards us,
Oh,
isn't there? Yeah. So, when we're ready, we can move off. Alright, so we're going to let the handbrake off and then slowly roll forward.
I thought there was somebody coming out of that driveway there.
Okay. So we do our observations again before we move off because it's been some time. Middle mirror, left door mirror, right door mirror, and blind spot on your right hand side.
Oh, no.
Yeah?
No.
Okay, so now we've done
That's
that.
important to check that blind spot, isn't it?
It is because somebody could run in across the road in.
Yeah, because I checked that on my moped.
Okay. Right, so we're going to move off in a second. Check our observations again quickly, then we'll move off.
Quickly.
Nobody come in?
No.
No? Are you sure? Yeah. Okay, we can move off. Okay. So slowly start moving out. So 5 minutes to your right, Tony. Yeah, carry on. 10 minutes to me. Straighten up. Right, sorry, take the signal off now, Tony, apologies. Right, so we're going to stop probably in a bit. Let's find an appropriate place to stop. That was blocking somebody's drive just there.
I'll turn left at the end on my own, yeah?
Okay.
I'll turn left and left again, and then you're back in charge, yeah?
Yeah.
So once I take the next road on the left, I want you to imagine you just got me to move off, and I want you to teach me how to stop, yeah?
Okay. Right, so we're going to find somewhere to stop on this road. Okay. So, after these two cars, sorry, after the black, just carry on, Tony, for the time being. Just after the black car, we're going to stop, okay?
Yeah.
So what we're going to check first is our mirror. So you're going to check your mirrors. Middle mirror.
Middle mirror.
And your left mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. Position the car. 10 minutes to me.
10 minutes to you.
Sorry, carry on past these two cars from the police, Tony. Okay, it's very good steering you got there. Okay, so we're going to park just here where the tarmac's thing. So 5 minutes to me. Yeah, 10 minutes to right. The brake, cover the brake, slowly press it down, plus the clutch down. Just before we stop, after the brake. Brilliant. That was a good stop there. Okay. We check the mirrors, got our position right, yeah?
Yeah.
Not just yet. I said keep still, didn't I? It's okay, don't worry, Tony. Don't worry. We're in a safe place anyway, so...
Talk yourself through this as if you were doing it yourself, yeah?
Yeah. So then we've got to secure the car, alright? So
yeah, what is it important to do before I come in?
you checked your middle and left mirror, didn't you?
Yeah, there's a massive great big pause, isn't it?
Yeah. Check
Yeah.
them again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so I'll move off, take the next on the left. I'll do that on my own.
Yeah.
And then I want you to talk me through how to stop on that road there, yeah?
Yeah.
You know when I come to a stop,
Yeah.
is it okay to pop the clutch down? Before I brake?
Yeah, of course it is.
Because I feel a bit more under control.
Okay, yeah, before we stop we can do that. So what we're going to do, check our mirror before we're going to stop. Middle mirror, anybody come in, safe. Left mirror, anything there?
Yeah.
Right, so 5 minutes to me. No need for a signal here, nobody come in. 10 minutes to you.
Can I
Cover
pop
the
the clutch
brake,
down?
clutch down, cover the brake,
Oh, it's gone
slow,
out again.
slow. And then raise the pedal. Brilliant. Now keep them like that, your feet. It's quite safe here at the moment. There is space on the right, although we're not as close to the car as we want to be. So what we'll do, we'll secure the car here because it's still quite safe. Put it in neutral, then you can relax your feet. Okay. Can you see where the curb cuts into the car?
It's nearly in the same place.
Yeah, it's nearly. We could be a bit more closer into the curb. Okay. That's the only. And we're just obviously here. We're in front of somebody's drive. Thankfully, they can get out just there at the moment. Okay. There's no parking restrictions that you can see, so it is legal to park down here. All right. The other thing is just our positioning, really, which we can try that again.
So it's just yellow lines and driveways, yeah?
Yellow lines, driveways, and if there's any parking restrictions. Sometimes you see a yellow sign on a lamppost which restricts parking.
Is it okay to park just before a junction?
No, 10 metres before a junction.
Oh, wait.
Can you remember what that was for? Why? No. We can't park within 10 metres. Say, for example, a car comes around the corner, could hit you?
Oh.
Okay. And also pedestrian crossings, we can't park on there. Yeah?
Yeah, so when I'm coming to a stop, I'll check that mirror.
Yeah.
I'll check that mirror.
Yeah.
I'll cover the brake.
Yeah.
I can get the clutch down.
Yeah.
Is it steer to you 5 minutes?
Yeah, steer to me 5 minutes.
And then steer to you.
Steer
Steer
to
to me
10 minutes, just to us straight, and then straighten your wheels. Then straighten the wheel.
Right.
Okay, and that just gets us so we're in a straight, driving in a straight line.
Try it
Yeah?
once more.
Yeah, by all means, right. So I want to prepare the car. I'll leave you to do. Are you alright preparing the car, do you think?
I think so,
Yeah, so I'll let you prepare the car.
yeah. I'm prepared.
You prepared? Check your mirrors. Do you want to look, Tony? Check your mirrors. Middle mirror.
I've done a few now, haven't I?
Yeah, but you're not physically looking. You need to make sure you're looking
Yeah,
alright.
I get the point here. Are you going to tell me all the way through? Or
I'll-
are you going to take some money out of the bank?
Okay, do you feel comfortable checking your mirrors, Tony, before we're moving off?
Well, you could always pop a question in there, couldn't you?
Okay, what are you looking for in your mirrors before we move off?
Which mirror?
Your left mirror.
Which mirror are you going to check first, Tony?
Which mirror are you going to check first, Tony?
Oh, the middle mirror.
Yeah? And your next, what are you going to check next?
I'll check the middle mirror.
You check your middle mirror.
Yeah.
What other mirror are you going to check?
I'll check the middle mirror.
So you're going to check your left mirror?
No.
No, why not?
Because you haven't asked me, is there anybody coming?
Right, is there anybody coming in the middle mirror?
No.
Okay. Left mirror? Is there anybody coming there?
No.
Right mirror? Is anybody coming?
No.
Blind spot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anybody coming?
No.
Quickly check them again, and then you just have to move off.
Did.
Yep.
I need a signal.
Is anybody going to benefit from it?
There's children up there.
Okay, so do you need a signal? Okay, so 5 minutes out to you. Yeah, 10 minutes to me. When you're going straighten your wheel. Okay, so we're pulling just before the van, so mirrors, check them.
Oh, could I pull in after the van? I haven't
You
got
can
time,
pull
do I?
in, yeah, if you haven't got time.
Check what?
So you're going to check your mirrors.
Which one?
Middle mirror.
All right.
Are you checking what's anybody
No.
there? No. Left mirror because you're going to be pulling in.
No.
Anybody there?
No.
Okay.
Can I get the clutch then?
Yeah, clutch down. 5 minutes to me. Yeah. 10 minutes to you. Okay, cover the brake, straighten wheel, cover the brake. Slowly press it down, stop, close it. There we go. Right, keep your feet still as they are.
Yeah.
Handbrake. Is that on?
Yeah.
Is there a red indicator on your screen? Yep.
Handbrake's on, I just put it
Yeah.
on.
And gear in neutral.
Oh,
Okay. Now you can relax your feet.
and I feel.
Felt better than the last two. The other thing I missed there was coming up slow off the brake at the end.
Yeah, there's no good. There's no good just banging out commands. Check your middle mirror.
Yeah. What you're looking for, yeah. I've got like the follow up afterwards.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
Yeah, we will be coming back to this. You want to work on your talk through on the mirrors and approach as well. I was really having to kind of dig deep to get the correct information out of you there, yeah?
On the driving to the site, yeah.
Yeah, I made it very clear to you before we went in the road what I was looking for, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you really want to be doing it spot on when we left the side of the test centre. There was quite a big gap before you moving away, even though you did check the blind spot, but then there was a little bit of a gap. I think it was a white van going past us.
Yeah.
What should you have rechecked again before you pulled away?
Mirrors. Gone through your understanding of them.
Blind spot as well, isn't it? Yeah?
Yeah. On that one just there, yeah.
Any questions on that?
No.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You just think what you do yourself, yeah?
Mm.
At this kind of speed, it's going to help you people an awful lot if I can get the clutch down.
Yeah.
And we're doing 5 miles an hour. Get my foot covering the brake. We've now got control of the car, haven't we?
Yeah.
Talking through the steering.
Yeah.
But it's very important when I stop, keep your feet still. And then, once we've got the car safe, then go into safe, legal and convenient.
Yeah.
We can recheck the reference point then. Any questions?
No, I'm alright. No. I think I find it's like doing it first, but, you know, making an ash of it, and then improve from there. Because you watch the videos and you think, yeah, I know what's looking for, know what to do and stuff.
Yeah, it's when you watch the videos.
You watch them, but then...
And then you go have a little drive on your own. Could you not practice?
Yeah, you can practice, but yeah. I always find, like, as obviously I demonstrated on the other lessons, it's like, you do it, you know, you first go at it and then you mess that up, but then it just gets better after that. That's how I found, like, for example, pedestrian crossings, I messed that up to start off with, and the meeting anticipation, I messed that up to start with, but the subsequent ones were alright after that. But it's just having a go at it, isn't it? That's a...
Yeah, if you're looking at it from the examiner's point of view, the talk through on the mirrors here is very important.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's also important that you're doing them as well. No good talking the talk and not walking the walk, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, when we come to do this again later, let's see a big improvement there, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't hear you saying, I'm checking my middle mirror, I'm checking my left mirror, but you're not actually doing it, yeah?
Yeah.
I want to hear the reasons why, the dangers if I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was reluctant to answer some of your questions. Because you did actually mention that on a couple of stages we're going to turn right, we're going to check the middle mirror. Yeah, you gave a reason why. I'm going to check the right mirror in case anybody overtaken this. But you didn't come in with the dangers why if I didn't react to that.
Yeah.
I would need to slow down, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
And the reason is?
Obviously you don't collide with them.
Yeah. Forget that word obviously, yeah?
Yeah.
There's going to be nothing obvious to a learner driver, yeah?
No.
Yeah, so get rid of that word out of your vocabulary, yeah? That was a big word you used when we were upset, which I can't even remember what it was now.
Mm.
But obviously it's pretty useless word, isn't it? Yeah, there's nothing going to be obvious to me at this level, is there?
No.
Right, I'll get that a pause. Lovely day, isn't it?
You can tell it heat in here.